A good resume communicates your story. It's not just a list of achievements, it's a visual representation of who you are.
And with thoughtful design, your resume is going to stand out. And it needs to stand out. Stephanie and I see a lot of resumes.
So many. But thanks to Canva, it's not hard to let your special qualities shine through.
Let's see how.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Miya, and we're part of Canva's talent acquisition team.
Today, we'll share some of our top tips to consider when creating a resume that's sure to impress any future employer.
Steph, what do you love to see on a resume?
A good resume tells your story and takes the reader on a journey.
Yeah, I love seeing a resume that really brings a candidate's personality to life.
It needs to be about how you got to where you are and where you want to go next.
Exactly. Okay, I'm going to give you a challenge to come up with a resume design for Claudia Rice, an entry-level software engineer.
I love a challenge. Well, the first thing I would do is to search for a template. In Canva, you can be pretty specific, so I'm actually going to type in software engineer resume into the search field.
I love that you started with a template. If you're not a designer, staring at a blank page can be pretty daunting.
Yeah, make your life easy. Grab something that is close to what you want and then modify it to make it uniquely you. Now, we need something that'll speak to the people receiving your resume.
Yes. In resume design, not only should you communicate who you are, but you should show the reader that you understand the nature of the industry by choosing a design that suits it. Do some simple research by jumping online and seeking out your favorite businesses, and pay attention to how they use the visual elements to represent their brands. Try to spot common design trends you can inject into your resume.
As you scroll down, you'll see some templates with a crown icon. These are available for pro subscribers. Anything without a crown is free to everyone.
What are your thoughts on including a photo or not on your resume?
I think it's personal preference. So personally, my picture isn't on my CV, and sometimes I cringe at the photos that people put on their CV because everyone has a different take on professional. I mean, from a DEI perspective, it can invite bias, but it can also make people seem more human.
If you do use one, make sure it's a high quality headshot. If possible, try and match the colors in the photo to your template. It will just give an overall more cohesive feel.
You know, I'm actually liking this first one a lot.
Yeah, I like this one too. It's laid out professionally, but with the graphics, colors, and shapes, it's a little more creative and fun.
Yes, this is subtly suggesting that there is a playfulness in her character that she'll bring to her thinking and problem solving. So I'm just going to go in and start changing the details. You'll notice that because we've been specific with the search term here, there are a bunch of suggestions in the text already.
I love how the templates do this. It's not just dummy text. It's stuff you could use or at least get ideas from. Just make sure you put it in your own words. This template has a number of headings on it. Do we need all of these, or what order do you suggest?
I always suggest placing contact details at the top, so the reader can find them quickly. If they want to call you for a job interview, they should be able to see your phone number straight away.
Do you really need all those contacts though?
Phone number and email are great. They are a must. Address is handy in case you want to relocate for the job. It just helps to open the conversation. If you have a website that shows your work, you could put that on as well.
You could also include a short statement that introduces who you are.
It shows you're able to summarize your experience and your ambitions.
Some people like to include a list of skills or achievements. Just 3 to 5 of your top professional abilities or things you're proud of.
It's optional because you'll discuss your skills later in the resume. But as a list, this provides a nice visual boost to your template.
If you have space on the page, it makes it easy for the reader to extract that information quickly and understand exactly what you're capable of bringing to the role.
Experience comes next. This could include work experience, educational background, projects, industry achievements, and fine-tuned skills.
I would place work experience first because recruiters want to know what your relevant or transferable skills are. Arrange those items in the order of most recent to least recent roles to best represent your experience. Then you can list your educational and life experience.
You can always change the content hierarchy, according to the details that are most relevant. For example, if you're just starting out on the job market, maybe your education is more important than your work experience. Choose what's going to introduce you best.
It's a good point. And when it comes to experience, just include a bit about what you achieved and the skills you used there.
Sometimes it might be hard to sum it all up quickly.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying, is don't write an essay. Bullet points are also a great way to get information across quickly.
There's no magic number for the bullet points. Just make it enough so it's clear. Handpick the professional experiences to include. Stick to roles and skills that only relate to the industry. Okay, do I get to give you a challenge now?
Go for it.
I'm thinking we need a CV for Matt Zhang. He's working in the corporate field, maybe finance.
All right, gotcha. Finance, a bit more serious. Less need for fun? Prioritizing structure over visual flair? Okay, liking this one. Clean, sharp, straight to the point.
Basic, 2 columns, and I imagine you could expand the experience up without changing the design too much.
Yep, it's got the contacts right at the top and a chance to talk about any accreditations, licenses, or certifications in the field. It also has references. Okay, 2 questions. What are your thoughts about including all the letters behind people's names, like MBA, doctor?
I think if you have an MBA or an MD, definitely put that on. But otherwise, sometimes it just looks like alphabet soup if it's not relevant to the role.
Yeah, I agree. And it has to be relevant to the role, like in the medical field or something like that. But otherwise, you probably can go with that. Second question, references. Do you add them in, or would you just add in references available on request?
I would definitely just write available on request. You don't want a whole bunch of people that you don't know with your closest references contact details.
You know, one thing I might add here is languages spoken.
Yes, this is a skill set that's so often forgotten about, but it can be really valuable in certain jobs.
The black is feeling a little too serious now. I might add in color to show that Matt is just a robot. Now I'm guessing what Matt would like, but I'm thinking something professional, but also cool and calming.
Ooh, calm under pressure in a fast-paced financial world. I see what you're doing there.
I'm gonna pull up Canva's color palette. Type in cool and calm. This one looks good.
That's not necessarily a cool and calm picture.
No, but if I click on the color swatches here, it will copy the color code. I can jump back into the resume design, select an element, select the color tile here, paste the code in here, select it, and now it's in the design.
Yeah, these color combinations have been chosen because they go really well together.
And very quickly you can see I've gone from black and white design to design with personality.
I like it. Now, what's the best way to send these amazing resumes we've created?
Great question. If you're sending in an email, simply go to Share menu, hit Download, select PDF Standard, and that will download to your computer.
You could also choose to share by selecting the View Only link. This will generate a special address where anyone who has the link can see it, but not edit it.
It sends a subtle clue that you know how to use Canva as well.
It does, but be aware, this is not a live link. So if you update anything, you'll need to generate a new one.
If you want a live link, then just share them into the document, but only give them viewing access.
Yeah, live links are great, so you can keep evolving the design and the content based on what you were learning from the interview process.
Yes, that's an important point. If you get the chance, always ask the hiring manager if there's anything you can improve on your resume. That will give you tips on how to impress them in the future.
And it shows you're keen to keep learning and improving.
That's something most businesses want to see in their employees.
So we've covered a bit of ground, but I still feel like there's so much to say.
But hopefully we've shown you how easy it is to get a professional looking resume together really quickly.
Yes, no need to panic next time you want to apply for a role.
If there are any specific things you'd love to learn about, make sure you pop something in the comments below.
And good luck. A resume is a great way to provide a hiring manager with the first impression of you and what you can do. Make sure it says exactly what you want it to. If you liked this, make sure you like this video so other people can find the content.
Subscribe for more great videos or continue watching with one of these suggestions.
See you next time.